117. Okay, and our last head word was query, newer type of lesson. Okay, so
Okay.
let's start with revision. Ready?
Oh, okay. I'm ready.
Here we go. As a
Yeah.
boss, how would you feel if your best employee handed in their notice? As a boss, how would you feel if your best employee handed in their notice? As a boss, I
As a boss,
feel
I'd feel disappointed
if my best
if my
employee
best
handed in
employees
their notice.
handed in their notice
Why? Why? Because it's difficult
because
to
it's
find a
difficult
replacement
to
for
find a
their position.
replacement for their position.
Very good. Give me an example of the expression to cut out the middleman. Give me an example of the expression to cut out the middleman, please. By organizing our
By
holiday
organizing our
ourselves,
holidays
we cut
ourselves,
out the middleman
we cut
and
out the
save
middleman
hundreds of
and save
pounds.
hundreds of pounds.
Where if we buy a product directly from a manufacturer, who are the middlemen we're cutting out? If we buy a product directly from a manufacturer, who are the middlemen we're cutting out? If we buy a product
If we
directly
buy a
from a
product
manufacturer,
directly from
the
a
middlemen
manufacturer,
we're cutting
the
out
middleman
are
we are
the
cutting
wholesaler
out
and the
are the
retailer.
wholesaler and the retailer.
Very good. What does it mean if a company has the letters LTD written after its name? What does
After
it
its
mean if the
name,
company has the letters LTD written after its name? If a company has the
if a
letters
company has a
LTD
letter
written after
LTD
its name,
written after
it
its
means
name,
that it's a
it
limited
means that
company.
it's a limited company.
Very good. If a limited company fails, can the personal assets of its shareholder
Personal
be
assets of
seized
it
in
should have
order
been
to pay off
seized
the company's
to pay
debts?
off the
If a
company's debt.
limited company fails, can the personal assets of its shareholders be seized in
Be
order to pay
seized
off the
in
company's
order to pay
debts?
off the company's
No.
debts.
If a
No,
limited company
if a limited
fails, the
company fails,
personal assets
the
of its
personal assets of
shareholders
each
can't be
shareholder
seized in
can't be
order to
seized
pay off
in
the
order to
company's
pay off
debts.
the company's debts.
What do we call the people responsible for running a limited company? What do we call the people responsible for running a limited company? We call the people
We call the
responsible
people
for running
responsible
limited
for running
company
limited
directors.
companies directors.
Very good. In everyday English, when might people choose to use the word corporation instead of company?
Corporation instead of
In everyday
company.
English, when might people choose to use the word corporation instead of company? In everyday English,
In everyday
people might
English,
choose to use
people
the
might
word
choose to
corporation
use the word
instead of company when they're
corporation
talking
instead
about
of
a very
company
large company.
when they are talking about a very large company.
Very good. What are the advantages of leasing high-tech equipment for the workplace rather than buying it? What are the advantages of leasing
Buying it.
high-tech equipment for the workplace rather than buying it? The advantage of leasing
The
high-tech
advantage
equipment
of
for the
leasing high-tech
workplace
equipment
rather than
for the
buying it
workplace
are that
rather
we
than
don't
buying
have
them
to pay
are
for
that
it
we don't
upfront
have to pay for
and we
it
can
up front.
exchange the
We
equipment
can't
for
exchange the
machinery
equipment
with better
for machinery
specifications
with
later
better
on.
specifications later on.
Very good. If you made an online purchase but received no payment confirmation email, what could you do? If you made an online purchase but received no payment confirmation email, what could you do? If I made an online
If I
purchase,
made,
but
sorry,
one more,
if I
if I
made an
made
online purchase,
one more,
if I made,
an online
if I
purchase
made an
but
online
received
purchase
no payment
but received
confirmation,
no payment
I could contact
confirmation,
the company's
I could
customer
contact
service
the
help desk
company's customer
via
service
its
help desk
website or
via its
phone its customer uh,
via
via
its
its
customer.
one more, one more.
Okay,
If I made an
okay.
online purchase
I made online
but
purchases
received no payment
but
confirmation,
received no
I
payment
could
confirmation.
contact the company's customer
Uh,
service help desk.
Customer service help
I
desk.
I could contact
I could
the
contact
company's customer
company's
service help
customer
desk
service help desk
via its website
via its
or
website
phone the customer
or
service
from the
helpline.
customer service helpline.
Very good. One last. If I
Okay,
made an
if
online
I
purchase but
made
received no payment
but received
confirmation,
no payment
I could
confirmation,
contact The
I could
company's
contact the
customer
company's
service help desk
customer service help
via
desk
its website
via its
or
website
phone its customer
or phone
service
its
helpline.
customer service helpline.
Very good. Which do you think is a better perk for employers to offer their staff a subsidized canteen or a subsidized gym membership? Which do you think is a better perk for employers to offer their staff a subsidized canteen or a subsidized gym membership? I think a
I think
subsidized
a subsidized canteen
is a better perk
is a better
for
perk
employers
for
to offer
employers
their
to
staff
offer their
than a
staff
subsidized
than a
gym membership.
subsidized team membership
Why? Why? Because almost
because
all
almost
employees
all
buy their
employees
meals in the
buy their meals
canteen.
in the canteen.
Very good. Name an industry in your country that receives subsidy from the government. Name an industry in your country that receives subsidies from the government. The name of an
The name
industry
of an
that receives
industry that
subsidies
receives
from the
subsidies
government
from
is
the
the
government is the agricultural industry.
very good. Okay. Next. Is it more common to send a business memo to an individual or a group of people?
Group of
Is it
people.
more common to send a business memo to an individual or a group of people? It's more common
It's
to
more
send a
common
business
to send
memo
a business
to a group
memo
of people.
to a group of people.
Name some common reasons for writing a memo. Name some common reasons for writing a memo,
Writing a
please.
memo.
Some common
Some
reasons
common
for
reasons
writing a
for
memo
writing a
are to
memo
provide a
are to
report
provide a
on
report
activities or
on activities
events,
or events,
announce the news,
announce the
make a
news,
request,
make a
etc.
request, etc.
Are business memos normally used for internal or external correspondence? Are business memos
Business
normally used
memo
for
is normally
internal or
used for
external correspondence?
on
Business memos are
business
normally
memo
used
are
for
normally used
internal
for
correspondence.
internal correspondence.
Very good. When deciding on the appropriate style for a memo, what kind of things should we consider? When deciding on the appropriate style for a memo, what kind of things should we consider? When considering the
When
appropriate
considering the
style for a
appropriate
memo,
style
we
for a
should
memo,
consider
we should
who we're
consider
writing to,
who we are
the
writing to,
nature of the
the
message,
nature of
etc.
the message, etc.
How long is the average memo? Yeah, how long is the average memo? The average memo
The
is
average
no more
memo
than
is
one
no
page
more
long.
than 1 page long.
If we don't deliver a memo as hard copy, how can we send it? If we don't deliver a memo as a hard copy, how can we send it?
We
If we
don't
don't deliver a memo
copy.
as hard copy,
If we don't deliver a
we can
memo
send it
as a
in an
hard copy,
email, either as
we
body
can send
text
it
or
in
more
an email,
usually as an
either as
attachment.
a body text or more usually as an attachment.
What should appear at the top of a memo? What should appear at the top of a memo? The title, memorandum,
Top of the
or
memo.
memo should
The title,
appear at the top
memorandum,
of the
or
memo.
memo should appear at the top of the memo.
What should we put below this on the left hand side? What should we put below this on the left
Left
hand
hand
side?
side.
We should put to, from,
We should
date,
put
and
to,
subject lines
from,
below
date,
this
and
on the left
subject
hand
line
side.
below this on the left hand side.
At the start, do we use a greeting or just go straight into the first paragraph? At the start, do we use a greeting or just go straight into the first paragraph?
Just
At the
go
start,
straight into the
we just
paragraph.
go straight
At the
into the
start,
first
we
paragraph.
just go straight into the first paragraph.
Where should our most important message appear? Where should our most important message appear? Our most
Just appear.
important message
Our
should
most
appear in the
important
first
message
paragraph.
should appear in the first paragraph.
How can we ensure that a memo is easy to read? How can we ensure that a
Easy
memo
to
is easy
read.
to read? We can
Memo is easy to
ensure
read.
that a memo
We can
is easy
ensure
to read
that the memo
by
is easy to
avoiding
read
long, complex
by avoiding
sentences
long,
and keeping
complex
paragraphs
sentences
fairly short.
and keeping paragraphs fairly short.
Do we put our name at the end of a memo? Do we put our name at the end of a memo? No,
That's the end of the
we
memo.
don't put our
No,
name
we don't
at
put
the end
our
of a
name
memo.
at the end of a memo.
Very good. Okay, and that's the end of our revision. Let's have new word.
Mm,
Okay,
okay,
very good.
yeah.
Okay, repeat. Capacity,
Capacity,
maintenance.
maintenance,
Very good. Okay, listen. Capacity is a noun. It means the amount of goods that a company can
Amount of
produce
goods
or the
that a
amount
company
of work
produce,
it can do.
amount of work it can do.
Maintenance is a noun. It means work that is
The
done
noun
to keep something
work
such as a
done
building,
keep something such
machine,
as
or piece
building,
of equipment
machine, or piece of
repaired in a
equipment
good condition.
prepare in a
For
good condition,
example, if a factory operated at full capacity for a long
operated at
time
full capacity
with
for a
no
long time
maintenance, the
with no
machinery would
maintenance
break down.
would break
Okay,
down.
let's practice. What would happen if a factory operated at full capacity for a long time with no maintenance? What
With
did
no
happen if
maintenance,
a factory operated at full capacity for a long time with no maintenance? If a factory
with no maintenance.
operated at full capacity
If
for a long
a
time
factory
with no
operated at
maintenance,
full
the
capacity
machinery would
for a
break
long time
down.
with no maintenance, the machinery would break down.
Very good. Next, repeat corporate ladder. Corporate
Corporate
ladder.
ladder.
Very good. Okay, listen. By climbing the corporate ladder, we mean being promoted with a large company and rising up
Being
through the
promoted with a
hierarchy.
large company and
Okay,
rising up
let's
through
practice.
the hierarchy.
Is it important for you that you manage to climb to the top of the corporate ladder during your career? Is it important for you that you
During my
manage to
career.
climb to the top of the corporate ladder during your career? Yes or no?
No,
It isn't
it
important for
isn't
me that I
important
manage to
for me
climb to the top
that I
of the
managed to
corporate
climb to the
ladder
top
during my
of the
career.
corporate ladder during my career.
Very good. Next, repeat core.
Core,
Core competency
core competency,
or core ability,
core ability,
reliability, feature.
reliability, feature,
Very good. Again, listen. The middle of a fruit such as an apple is called the core, like the middle, core, like the core of the earth, the middle
core,
of the earth.
middle core,
So in business, when we use the word core to describe something, we mean that it is
core
central to the
to
business,
describing
or in other
it
words,
is
very important.
central to the business.
The core activities of a
Important,
business
very
are its
important.
main activities or operations. Core assets
Main
are a
activity or
company's most
operations.
important assets. A
Company's
core
more important
competency or core
assets.
ability is something that a business is
Core competent core
particularly good
ability is
at.
something that a business is
Perhaps it is design
particularly good
or
at.
reliability
It
or
is
keeping
design,
production costs low.
reliability,
A
keeping
company's
production
core
costs low.
competencies make it different from its
Core competency
competitors
make it
and give
different
it an
from its
advantage in the market.
competitors. Give it an advantage to the
Reliability
market.
is a noun. It means the quality
Reliability
of
to the
being
market.
reliable.
Quality of being
Feature is a
reliable.
noun. It means an important part or aspect of something.
Important part of or aspect of
Let's
something.
practice. What would you say were the core competencies of a company such as Rolls-Royce? What would you
Rolls
say was
Royce.
the core competencies of a company such as Rolls-Royce? I'd say the core
I do say
competencies
the
of a
core
company
competencies
such as
of a
Rolls-Royce
company
were
such
leadership,
as Rolls
commitment,
Royce
and
were
accountability.
leadership, commitment, and accountability.
Very good. Okay, give me another example of the word core. Give me another example of the word core, please.
Example of the word
Managing
core.
to offer state-of-the-art
Managing
features
to
at
offer
affordable
state-of-art
price
features
is a
at
core
a
challenge for
affordable
mobile
price
phone manufacturer.
is a core challenge for a mobile phone manufacturer.
Very good. Next, repeat. Headhunt.
Headhunt.
Very good. Okay, listen. Headhunt is a noun. It means to try to persuade someone to leave their
Try
job
to persuade
and go to
someone to
work for
leave their
another
job.
company, like
Go to
your
work for
company.
another
For
company
example,
like
I'd be flattered if I were headhunted by another company.
headhunted by another company.
Let's practice. How would you feel if you were headhunted by a company? How would you feel if you were headhunted by a company? If I were headhunted by a
If
company,
I were
I'd feel
headhunted by a company, I'd feel flattered.
like, why? Why? Because
Um, because I don't think I have enough skill to work for another company.
okay, very good. Being humble. Very good. Okay, next repeat. corporation
Mhm.
tax.
Corporation tax.
Corporation tax. Very good. Okay, listen. Corporation tax is a tax that companies have to pay on their profits. The government sets the
The
rate for this
profit.
tax. If a company makes no profit
This
in a
class.
particular year,
If a
they
company
don't
makes
pay
no
any
profit in a
corporation
particular
tax.
year, pay any
Let's
corporation
practice.
tax.
If a national government announced a significant drop in corporation tax, what
Significant drop
effect
in
might the news
corporation
have?
tax.
If
What
a
effect might the
national
news
government
have
announced a significant drop in
on
corporation tax,
significant
what
drop
effect might
in
the news
corporation
have?
tax?
If a national government announced a
If
significant
a
drop
national
in
government
corporation
announced
tax,
a significant drop
multinational businesses
in
might
corporation
consider
tax,
relocating their
multinational
headquarters
businesses
to that
might
country.
consider
Levels of investment in the
relocating their
country might
headquarters
begin to
to the
increase,
country.
etc.
Levels of investment in the country.
Might begin to increase. It's okay. Very good. Next, repeat. Short term,
Short term,
long term, ambitious.
long term, ambitious.
Okay, one moment. Let me reconnect. Mm, okay, let's start.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
listen.
Yeah.
Short term is an adjective. It means something that lasts for a short period of time.
Short
For
period
example,
of
I think the
time.
main short term objective for the government
May
of
short
my
term
country
objective
is
for
to
the
solve the
government of my
problem of
country.
unemployment by
To solve the
creating more
problem of
jobs.
unemployment by
Long
creating more
term is an
jobs.
adjective. It means having existed for a long time and unlikely to
Having
change.
existed
For
for
example, in
time
job
and
interviews,
likely to
candidates
change.
are often asked about their long term objectives because companies need
Asked
to
about
know how
long-term
ambitious
objectives because
candidates
company need
are,
to know
whether
how
it's worth
ambitious
investing time
candidates
and
are.
money in training them.
If money in
Ambitious is an
training them.
adjective. It means determined to be successful,
Adjective
rich, and famous,
determined
etc.
to be successful,
Let's
rich and
practice.
famous.
What do you think the main short term objective should be for the government of your country? What do you think the main short term objective should be for the government of your country? I think the main short
I
term
think
objective
the
for
main
the government
short-term
of my
objectives
country
for
should
the
be.
government of my country should be paying rights.
Yeah, very good. In job interviews, why are candidates often asked about their long term objectives? In job interviews, why are candidates often asked about their long term objectives? In
Long-term
job
objectives.
interviews,
In
candidates
job
are
interviews,
often asked
candidates
about their
are
long
often
term
asked
objectives
about their
because
long-term
companies
objectives
need to know
because
how
companies
ambitious
need to
candidates
know
are,
how ambitious
whether it's worth
candidates are,
investing
whether
time
it's more investing
it's
time.
worth investing time and
Okay,
money
it's worth investing time
and
and its
in
money
training them, etc.
and in training them, etc.
Very good. One more. In job
Okay,
interviews,
in job
candidates are
interviews,
often asked
candidates are
about their
often
long
asked
term
about
objectives
their long-term
because
objectives
companies need to
because
know
companies
how
need to
ambitious
know
candidates
how
are,
ambitious
whether
candidates
it's
are,
worth
whether
investing
it's
time
worth
and
investing
money
time
in
in
training
money
them,
in
etc.
training them, etc.
Very good. Next, show somebody the ropes.
Show somebody the ropes.
Very good. Okay, listen. If you show somebody the ropes, you tell somebody
You
who's
tell somebody
new at a
who's
particular
new at a
environment
particular
how
environment
everything is
how
organized
everything
and
is
show them
organized
how everything
and show them
works.
how everything
For
works.
example, on your first day in the new
On your
job,
first day in the
someone
job,
always show you the
someone already
ropes.
show you the
Let's
ropes.
practice. Give me an example of the idiom show somebody the ropes. Give me an
Give me an
example of the idiom
example
show somebody the
of
ropes,
somebody's
please.
ropes, please.
On his first day,
On
the
the
new
first day,
receptionist
the new
looked really
receptionist
lost,
looked really
so I
lost,
spent some time
so I spent
showing
some
him the
time
ropes.
showing him the ropes.
Very good. Okay, so now let's move on to reading.
Okay.
Okay, so our reading start at page 73, headword talk shop.
This talk